Hey, welcome again to another night with Saving Life with Redneck in the City of Angels. I just want to real quick give a quick shout out to our sponsors, people supporting us. Insight to Recovery in Florida. I just want to thank you for everything you guys are doing. A lot of changes going on, both with the Insight and with City of Angels, and they say change is good as part of growth. So I just want to thank you guys for doing what you're doing with my kids down there. Also, new Good Future in Florida for our adolescents, an awesome program for our young kids. We also got the Retreat of Lancaster, just an awesome facility, and things that they do in, with this battle with this disease that we fight every day. There's so many other people out there that, that deserve the acknowledgement. And I just want to personally, just on my behalf, just tell all you guys, thanks so much for what you guys do in this fight that we're all fighting. Also want to just let you know a few things coming up. That our recovery walk, September 14th. We're still going on that. We still looking for sponsors, still looking for teams. If you want to register to do the walk, you want to sponsor one of the teams, you want to donate, go onto our website, cityofangelsnj.org. Go to the bottom of the page, and you'll see a pair of sneakers with wings on it. Click onto that, and that will take you to anything you need to know about the walk, September 14th. We also got our open house for City of Angels, which is this month, matter of fact. You're going to have to go on the website. I think it's June 24th or 25th, if I remember right. But please look under that. And you know what? Tonight I'm kind of excited. The topic is new people in recovery, and I got a few young ladies in here at different levels in their when they first came into recovery. Some of them been through it a couple times. Some of it's their first time, but they're all doing what they got to do. Some's a couple weeks, and some's a month, some's 2 months. But it's going to be awesome to hear a little bit from each and every one of them. On the part of recovery that they're in, and what City of Angels, an organization like this, has done for their life. Also the program they're working, the support that they have, and maybe even some things that they might need to make this journey a little easier for them. Right now I have a young lady, we got 3 or 4 that are actually out there talking to, with Kevin and a family in there, so they'll be joining us any minute. But I got a young lady named Colleen sitting in front of me now, and I just got to know her. I had one of our girls call me up and said she had a friend, and we met her at a diner, and we sat and talked with her for a couple minutes. She was, you know how I am. I'm just really outspoken. She was a rough mess. I'll give her that much. And to see her now, it's like, this is so exciting for me, because this is what I get out of it, is I get to see the growth, and I get to see the transformation in just a few weeks on what these young people go through. And so it's definitely a pleasure. But she ended up going to detox and coming out, and she's jumping on the wagon and the cool thing about it is she's very open-minded, and she's taken all the suggestions, and we were able to get her. I actually got an honor. I actually knew her sponsor too, and I got to talk to her sponsor the one night. Sponsor's on board with her 100%. She's starting an IOP program next week. She's pretty much doing everything that she's being suggested to do. So, Colleen, I want to thank you very much for coming on and helping us out with this tonight, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Why don't you just kind of get in a little detail of a little bit of your story, if you don't mind us, and you can tell as much as you want, or just the least as you want.
Okay. Well, I guess I could start from when I was a little younger. I had a good family upbringing, and there was really nothing wrong in the home. I just say that because, I didn't get high because of the troubles I had on my own. I just made bad choices. I hung out with a pretty crazy crowd, and I've been in my first rehab when I would say 24, 23 years old. And I've been in a lot of rehab since then. I guess I just get into a spot where I feel like everything's going good, and I stop going to meetings, and that's my medicine really, and I stop calling my sponsor, and the behaviors set in, that I have been for a long time, and I continue to do that. Now I'm at the age of 41, And I just previously relapsed again after a couple years sober. My life was going pretty good, and I stopped going to meetings, stopped calling my sponsor, and, the behavior set in again, and I just thought that I could have one, and I have an allergy, and every time I pick up one, I end up, doing my drug of choice, and it gets really bad, So I don't want to die today. I don't want to do the same thing I did. I told my sponsor I'm willing to go any place, and Red got me a scholarship for this really good, inpatient program, and hopefully the therapy there will help me, because I think that's what it is. I think I have to get some therapy, and now I know. I always knew, but I'm really willing to do what it takes, and I know that I can't pick up, no matter what, but hopefully I could just keep on a good track and not stop going to meetings and, tell them my disease, because that's what I know. My disease wants me dead, and I think it's really important for me to realize I should have it tattooed on my hand, because it's very baffling and powerful, and it comes at me in different ways. So my forefront is my meetings, and then, my network, and then my IOP program. And the steps are very important, too. And I never really did a thorough 4th and 5th step. You have 12 steps of recovery, and I think that's going to help me a lot this time. We're doing the steps. We're getting right into that.
Awesome.
What
is so different this time, though? What is it that, and I know it's very early in the recovery, but what is the difference this time that you feel?
I just feel that I'm really willing this time to really do whatever someone else tells me to do. I always thought I could do it a different way, and I realize I can't, and I can't do it alone, and I think that's the difference. And I really, I don't know anything, so I'm just leaving it up to...
Say that again?
I don't know anything.
Wow, okay.
So I'm leaving it up to someone else to tell me what to do. I have 3 beautiful children, and that still didn't stop me from picking up a drug. So I know I got to be the most important person, and then I know God is very important, and my sponsor and the program.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to get back because we got a lot more questions for you. I got a couple more young ladies sitting here. Do you mind also how long you got clean?
Almost 2 weeks.
Nice. All right. We got a couple more young ladies here. And all these kids. I mean, you're all my kids, and you all mean so much to me. And again, I get to see the growth. And the next young lady, I mean, she this is not her first time, but me and her mom were just talking tonight, and I see a difference in her. Not just the physical appearance, but I see a difference in her attitude. I see a difference in her willingness. I also see a difference in something that I never seen her do before, is that call other people out on their shit, so to speak. And she wasn't doing it to gossip or talk, and you know what, and that I'm very proud of. So, Amanda, I just want to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For not just being here tonight, but just, of accepting the help and going with it,
Yeah, it's been a rough road, but this time around, this is my 3rd time trying to get recovery and get sober. And as I sit here, my daughter is sitting back here. She just turned 14 months yesterday, and it's what I live for. I know this is life or death. If I go back out, I can die. And I don't want my daughter to not have a mother.
Right.
I have 81 days today.
Nice.
This is the longest time I've had in 10 years. And I feel great. I did something different this time. I humbled myself and decided to go to a recovery house. Living with a house full of women has been interesting, but they've helped me so much. I've never had a female support group where I can call someone and know they'll be there for me and help me out if I need help. And this program, I never gave it a shot before. I got a sponsor. I'm starting to work the steps. I'm doing something different this time. I'm getting my family back. I'm getting things back slowly. It's a struggle, but I'm getting there. Hopefully be working soon. These women are amazing. I've never had real girlfriends, and I'm proud of myself. I'm doing something different. And without the help of City of Angels and you, Ray, I don't know what I do. You guys saved my life, and this isn't the first time. but it's going to be the last. Like,
one of the big differences I've seen in her is I remember the last time, and I'll throw everybody under the bus every chance I get, but I remember the last time we sat down when you came back and you were fired up and you said you're going to do this and you're going to do this and you're going to do this, and what I see in all you kids is when I start seeing you slowly not come around or slowly, I'll see you at the building or at the meetings, but I'll see you out there smoking on the picnic bench, and then all of a sudden I don't see you at the meeting, and then I don't see you at all. Then I know what's happening. This time, not only do I see her, I hear from her all the time, and so that part and the growth in you, and to see you glowing and just so happy, and the excitement of having your child back in your life, and the excitement of working, and the excitement of getting your car back, and all these things scare me because it's like, on one hand, I'm telling the parents, and you know what, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And then I see a difference in you, and I think, okay, well, let's try it for a minute. And every time we've done that before, she screwed it up.
Yeah. I
and
wasn't
this time,
ready.
Huh?
I wasn't
you weren't
ready.
Absolutely.
I'm ready this time.
Real quick, we got a couple more ladies. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep having fun. The phone lines are open, though, but if you do want to call in, and if you do have a story, or one of these young ladies, or you have a question for them, if you're out there and you're struggling, don't matter if you're male or female, if you're struggling and something's hitting you, call in and ask, what do I do in this situation? I guarantee, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 6 people in recovery right now. I guarantee that one of us, or not all of us, has been through it before. So please call in 609-241-7103. 241-7103. Also, before the night's over, you know how I like to tell one funny story about each one of these people in my relationship with them. So you do something different tonight, call in, and if you got a story that you want to throw them on a bus, whether you want to embarrass them or laugh at them, call me. I want to hear it. So, again, 609-241-7103. Next young lady, I don't get to see this often as I used to, and she can come up with all kinds of excuses, but I think the only excuse she has is she got a boyfriend, so she's spending more time with him than us. But so be it. I call her a little self-proclaimed princess. A couple other names that I won't mention over the radio, but Christina, I was so excited to see you tonight. We miss you bad,
I know, I miss you guys too. Things have been hectic and crazy.
The boyfriend.
Not even. He just bought a condo and he just moved in Sunday, so I've been helping him move.
Okay.
I mean, everybody needs help.
The boyfriend.
Yeah,
Still the boyfriend.
Okay, but still, it's not because he's keeping me from my
joking.
recovery.
No.
He's very happy about my recovery. I'm overheating. You guys are crazy.
I think if we turn that on, it messes with the radio.
It's going to be pretty.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll make it through it. I mean, hell, you guys didn't care about
I
air
stole
conditioner
your
when we
book.
were using, did you?
No.
All right. So what's going on now? I mean, I know you were in here before. You kind of, you were on the show before, but what are you doing now for your recovery, and how important it is, and what's the difference now than a month ago?
Well, I'm still going to meetings. I do still go to meetings. It's just been this past week with the move that I haven't. So tonight's been my first meeting in like a week. But I do need to go to more meetings. And as things get more stable, like with everything that's been hectic, I will be going to more meetings. I want to get a sponsor because now that I'm where I'm going to be, I can actually do that.
Hold on, I want to hear this one. How long? Do you mind telling us how long you got clean?
2 months.
That's
actually
60
a little
days,
over.
right?
So, well, it's more than 60 days because I had 2 months on the 29th.
And you don't have a sponsor because of what?
Everything's just been hectic. I've been in Rahway, I've been in Tom's River, and I've been in Long Branch in the past 3 weeks.
Let me write these excuses down.
So
I've
it's
never heard
crazy.
these before.
It's just been crazy.
I know.
But I want a permanent sponsor. I don't want to just. I do talk to Julia a lot. I do talk to people a lot. It's just that I don't call someone my sponsor.
Right.
But I'm still talking to people.
Well, it's important, and I mean we make jokes about it, but it's very important. What is it that's changed you this time? I mean, what is it that's wanting to, why are you wanting to get clean? I mean, didn't you?
I'm so happy and I'm so grateful with where I'm at. I look back 2 months ago and I'm not the person I was at all. Like how when I first got clean, I had said to you, Red, I was like, I was like, I want to get back to being myself.
Right.
Now I'm at the point where it's like, no, I don't want to be myself. I want to be better than myself because
Absolutely.
I'm at like a totally different spot where I'm not the person I used to be even before I was using.
Right.
And I'm learning who I am again. I'm, becoming a different person. I'm, grateful for things. I'm like nice to people. I'm not a bitch anymore.
You're not a what?
A bitch. I try not to be.
We'll talk about that later.
I try not to be, instead of screaming at people and getting extreme road rage, I'm like biting my tongue a little bit and letting people go in front of me.
All right.
Like, just like simple little things. I try to help my friends when they're in need. I try to help people in need. I do good things. I'm trying. I'm not just like, oh, well, whatever, and I don't put things off anymore. Like if I have to do something, I get it done.
Right.
Whereas like in the past I slacked and I made excuses and go ahead, bother me with the excuse part. But I don't know, I'm just in a good place. I'm happy. I'm truly happy with where I'm at. I'm just happy.
Okay. Awesome.
Comfortable in my own skin again.
My little buddy here, and the funny story I'm going to tell about her is actually when we first started meeting and all, and we'll get into that later. But Jacqueline, I just want to thank you so much for stepping in here and doing the show tonight. First of all,
anytime.
And what's so cool about this young lady is watching her again. I said it with them, all three of you actually, but is watching her first come in the first time I meet her, and then watching her go through some of the stuff she went through. And the bad thing about Jacqueline is the biggest thing is she taught me so much in a little short time, believe it or not, that some of the other kids did the same thing, but for some reason I didn't take it as a kind of a learning lesson. But with Jacqueline, for some reason, it showed me and it humbled me because I judged her the wrong way. And a lot of people know me, I have this problem that I know all the answers. And what sucks is I do know all the answers for me. And sometimes I think I know all the answers for all of you, and sometimes I get in the way trying to tell you what the right thing to do, and you guys have to find it the same way I had to find it. And believe it or not, this young lady in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I guess it's been, it was because of her that I seen it, and we'll get into that later. But why don't you just tell us a little bit about your story and how you came to be dropped off on our doorstep.
All right. I'm 21. I've been to 11 treatment centers. I couldn't recover. I didn't know how, and I just couldn't get it. And I came to City of Angels not knowing what it was. I asked if it was a meeting place. I was told no. I was like, I'm not willing to get clean. I can't do it again. I don't have it in me. It's just not for me. Like, once an addict, always an addict. Like, never going to be able to get this. And I came to City of Angels, and there was like 75 people here. And I was so nervous, and I was so quiet, and I'm not a quiet person. I was just so uncomfortable, and I wanted help, but I didn't know how to receive it, and I was scared of failing again because I was tired of getting my family back and then losing them again. And so I came here, and a couple people talked to me, and I was very standoffish. I was ready to leave, and they sent out 2 kids who were around my age to come talk to me. And it was late at night, and in my addiction, I didn't give a crap about my car, so I had no taillights. And I wanted to drive an hour and a half home to Orange, New Jersey, so that I could go get high and run away from these people. And they convinced me to stay the night. And I stayed the night, but I guess I had some more experimenting to do because I decided to leave the next morning when I was dope sick, throwing up at the doctor's office, to go find out what I wasn't missing. So I left, went up north, and pretty much cried the entire time I was copping and using because I just couldn't take it anymore. And I texted Kevin, the founder of City of Angels, and I said, can I come back? And he said yes. So I came back, and I knew I was just done. Like, I was tired of running around with people who I shouldn't have been with. I was tired of getting the shit kicked out of me. I was tired and just sick and tired, and I was real sick. And I decided that, like, I was just going to try. Like, they told me to chase my recovery like I chased my drugs. And I did everything and anything to possibly get my hands on my drugs. So I just knew I didn't want to use. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just wanted to try. I never tried to stay clean in New Jersey. Well, I never tried to stay clean here. I was always in Florida, and it just didn't work because I was so homesick, and I didn't want it to work. And so I knew that if I wanted to go use again, I was only an hour away. So if I didn't want it and I wanted to give up, I could just be home in an hour. I didn't have to take a plane or anything. So I was just like, if I'm missing anything and I want to get high, I could go. So I got on Suboxone to detox, and I like started to feel good. Like, I didn't believe in the 12 steps or meetings because I did meetings every day when I was in Florida, and meeting makers don't make it, because if they did, I'd be clean like 5 years, and it's not like that. So I got a sponsor, and I called her like 10 times a day, literally, because I needed help. I needed someone to guide me. And like, I would get a sponsor, but like, I never called them. I didn't do any work. And so I got my sponsor, and I was always at City of Angels because I was safe here. I knew no matter what, they were going to help me in any way that they possibly could. So the difference this time was I had a support system. Like, I had people that would do anything for me. And when I used to get out of treatment and go to a recovery house, I was like thrown to the wolves and had no idea what to do. This time I had people who lifted me up and walked me through everything. And like, I met some of the most amazing women, like Amanda. Like, we were in the same recovery house, and these girls, like, they love me no matter what. And like, we help each other, and we like truly build real friendships. Like, when I was using, like, I didn't have real friends. I had friends who wanted my money or wanted anything they could possibly get from me. And we help each other in any way we could. And like, it's phenomenal. Like, if it wasn't for these girls, I wouldn't be clean. And I love City of Angels. Like, I'll do anything for City of Angels because they saved my life. Like, I just want to help out as much as I can because, like, that right now, that's what keeps me clean. And I'll do anything right now to stay clean. Like, I don't have to use, like, at all. Like, just for today, like, I don't have to get high. And it's awesome. Because, like, every day I was fiending. I'd wake up like clockwork at 7:30 in the morning to go cop. And, like, I don't have to worry about that when I wake up anymore. Like, I'm not sick when I wake up. And, like, if I wake up, like, I'm not perfect. I woke up this morning with that obsession to use. And I went to work, and the girl sitting across from me at work was nodding out. And my manager was in recovery, and I was like, I can't handle this today. And he was like, go home. I'll make sure you're paid for the whole day. I was like, what? Like, crazy things happen. And I called people when I got out of work. I went to another recovering addict's house. I talked. Then I went to someone from City of Angels' house to talk. And now I'm at City of Angels. And, like, I got through today. Like, I didn't have to get high just because I woke up with the obsession to use. Like, it's awesome. Like, City of Angels is awesome.
You guys are. And, you know, I almost started crying because, and when I tell my little funny story about Jacqueline, you'll understand why, is this is so awesome to see, you know, this kind of stuff happening. And doing this with City of Angels, I came to City of Angels probably about 7-8 months after they opened up. So I've seen a lot of stuff, and year after year, I remember me and Kevin, you don't get to talk as much as we used to, but we used to always sit and talk all the time. And I'd sit and cry with Kevin, and I said, dude, what are we doing wrong? Why are none of these kids getting this shit? We get a group, and poof, next thing you know, they're all gone again. But what we were looking at what was getting away from us. We weren't looking at if one person got it. Well, that one person turned into two, which turned into quite a few people. Go ahead, you can have some. No. But the cool thing about it is seeing this. And, you know, the really sad thing about it is statistics. This is what I want to change.
Screw statistics.
Well, but you still go with them. You know, again, we got 6 people in here in recovery right now. Mm-hmm. And statistics-wise, do you realize out of these 6, there's one of us that might stay clean? That's what they say. What I'm starting to see, what we're doing here at City of Angels and what we're trying to get going all over New Jersey is we're trying to find a way to change the statistics, and you guys are doing it.
What Jackie said, screw statistics.
Yes, I agree,
Exactly.
but it is what it is. All right, now the cool part is the fun part for me. Kelly, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, she did speak. Remember, guys, the phone lines are open, and please, if you know, again, you got all these people in recovery sitting around a table right now. If you're struggling with something, I mean, and you got a question, and you just don't know what to do for right now, call us. Somebody can answer it, I guarantee it. 609-241-7103. 241-7103. All right, Miss Colleen. The cool thing about, not the cool thing, but the exciting thing, because I'm going to be able to get to know you better. I've only seen Colleen, I think, probably just maybe my 3rd or 4th time. Mm-hmm. But the funny part of it was the night that I met her, and again, I told you she looked a hot mess, I'll be honest with you. So I remember me and her girlfriend, the one that called me to come and to try to help her. We took her to the hospital, and we told her what she needed to do, but she had to go in by herself. So she gets out the car, we smoke a cigarette with her, and I said, look, this is where you go, you go do this, do this, do this. So we go to leave, and both of us looked at each other, and we're going, and I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and I'm watching her, and I'm going, she's not walking in, she's just standing there walking around the sidewalk. So we parked across the parking lot, and we watched. And probably for about 10 minutes or so, we watched her, and then she disappeared towards the door. So I'm going, you know what, there's something, and even Stacy said the same thing. So we drove all the way back up to the door, and it's all glass, so we could see everybody in there, and we don't see her. And this was only a matter of probably 5 minutes. So I said, well, you know what, the way I am is she knows what she's got to do. If she wants it, she's going to. No, that wasn't good enough for Stacy. Stacy got out in the car, and she walked into the building, and she walked up and down. By the grace of God, she did go in. But when we pulled away and left, I'm actually looking down the alleyways and where the hospital was, and I'm going, if I see her walking, you know. But that's the story for her. But what's cool is we've been talking a lot. She called. We got her set up. She's done everything that we've suggested to her. and and she's done everything. I mean, everything from going to meetings every day to making the phone call to get hooked up with the scholarship for the IOP to coming in tonight. I mean, just called her today and asked her to come in and do the show. So, I just want to congratulate you on that. And you know that no matter what you need, City of Angels is definitely here for you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Okay, question after that is, what is it right now that you could tell somebody that might be struggling with the point that you're in recovery where you said usually your pattern is this? What is it that they could do right now to just to get another day to make it through the night without getting
Call
high?
someone.
All right. All right, cool.
Call somebody or pray, but really call someone because that's helped me so many times.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I would call somebody.
Christina. We were blessed to get to know her through a lady that's part of City of Angels down in Toms River area, and she brought her to us. And the funny thing about her, how she got the little self-proclaimed name of Princess, is something in her, and I don't do this all the time, but something in her, there was just, she was depressed. We were picking her up. We were bringing her back here for a meeting, blah, blah, blah. So I decided, let me try this. She seems like one of these, no disrespect, but one of these high maintenance type of girls. So I had a friend that does the toenails and the fingernails, and then we have one of our girls that does hair. So I said, you know what, we'll bring you up here. It was a Tuesday. I was off work. I said, I'll bring you up here. We'll take you out. We'll get your nails done, get your hair done, and, have a nice day of you. And, so I had a lot of errands to run. So what I did is I took her up to the fingernail place, and I told her I'd be back later. Well, it took me a lot longer than what I thought. So I'm freaking out, driving back as quick as I can. Damn, it's been an hour and a half. She's probably been sitting there waiting. I go in, and she's sitting there with an iced coffee, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she's got her feet in this pan thing, and the lady's in a chair massaging her calves. And I'm going, are you freaking joking?
That's what they do. That's a pedicure. That's a pedicure.
I don't get
That is a pedicure.
That's a massage in your calves. That's what I seen. So, yeah, well, it just so.
Speaking of, I'm due for another one, Red.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh, we got our first call.
Oh, God.
Hey, you're on the air with Redneck.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good.
Oh, so you're the young man I need to talk to.
Yeah, I've known Jacqueline since she's one.
Oh, wait. I thought
You known Jacqueline since when?
It's pretty much she was born since she was one.
Who is this?
Harry.
Harry?
Mary.
Ah, and you've known her, are you just a friend or?
He's like my brother.
Yeah, I grew up with her brother, and she's younger, but
Okay.
when they moved to town, she was little guy.
So what kind of difference you see in her now this time?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, what do you see different in Jacqueline this time?
She's actually doing the right thing.
She definitely.
She knows what she's got to do. She's known for a while.
Okay.
What was I like out there, Har?
Stuck. And we know there's only a couple ways to go, so I'm glad that she got out of it when she did.
Well, she's definitely a blessing to have around. I mean, we're very, very blessed to have her part of us and part of our family.
What was I like out there, Har?
What were you like?
Yeah.
Let's see, going to Wawa because you had to have a milkshake, getting home, getting too messed up, and falling asleep while trying to put the first bite of your milkshake in your mouth.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah, stuff like that.
All right. Well, she's definitely doing better now.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad she's happy.
Good.
She's a good girl. She deserves to be happy, and that just wasn't it.
Well, we're definitely going to try our best to keep her that way, man, as much as she'll commit herself, that's for sure.
Yeah, she seems pretty committed, though, so I'm glad she's got good support.
Well, that she's got, but she's also got, and I tell all the kids, and I know everybody thinks it's a stupid joke, but I always tell all my kids when they get to know me to make sure the first thing you do is sign up for a good proctologist. And if you guys know what a proctologist is, that's an ass doctor. because if you do mess up and you do slip out there and we have to come looking for you, it's real hard to get a 14-size boot out your ass. So, and it's a good fun joke. You can laugh. It's okay. Everybody. What's that?
No, I was just laughing.
All right, my man. Well, I mean, she's doing good, man, and I appreciate you calling in, and definitely, she's definitely a changed person since I've known her for sure.
Yeah, no problem. Jack, anything you need, I'm always a phone call away.
I know. Love you so much.
I love you guys. Have a good night.
All right, God bless. Thanks for calling. I almost said something because you told me it was your boyfriend.
That's what I thought.
And I was about ready to say
You
something, and I'm
can't
glad you said something about it being hairy.
What, are you going to ream him?
Well, no.
Red?
So,
Be
back
nice.
to the fingernails.
If he does
so
call
we
him,
leave
please be
there.
nice.
No, there ain't no such thing.
He can't get it on his phone, so I don't think he will.
So after the fingernail thing, I take her over to the Julians and to get her hair cut. Now, she had the most beautiful black hair. It was down to her backside. That's how long it was. So I figured she's going to get it trimmed up and curled, all the stuff you girls do. So again, I left. And this time, though, she called me. They were about done. Or they were done. I think you were. So I go back, and they cut off, 8, 9 inches?
8 inches so I could donate it.
She donated it to to the hair thing to make the wigs. But so she came out, and see, for her, and a lot of us, and I had to do the same thing first in recovery, is before I could start cleaning my inside, I had to do it. So some of us that need the physical part of it for the confidence, and I think that's what I felt in her. Not that I don't think everybody deserves to get pampered every single day, and that was what we seen come out of that. And then I used to see her all the time. So is that what it's going to take for you to come back more often, is another day of pampering?
No, you used
Well,
to
that
come
really
pick
sucks.
me up.
Yeah, well, thanks, Chair.
Well, now that my
can't always
car is
pick
in
you
order,
up.
though. Now my car is in order. It's just been the stuff.
Oh
with
yeah,
the-
and then she has a car that wasn't registered
I
or
drove down
licensed,
here.
and the lady that introduced us
rips me.
would pull up behind her driving, and she's driving it to go
Pulling-
get a piece of pizza.
Oh yeah, I had a pizza box, and I pull in my driveway, and all of a sudden I look in my rear view. I'm like, shit. Megan's behind me, and she goes, "I caught you." And then I got caught driving down here too. I told her. She says to me, Megan goes, "Well, who's picking you up?" And I was like, I didn't say anybody was picking me up. I said, I'm going with Kevin. So I was trying to, I couldn't lie to her because I can't lie, directly lie. So I figured if she found out, at least I didn't completely lie.
Right.
So she did find out. She comes outside. She reams me. But I said, you know what? Look at it this way. I could be out using my car to go use right now. I came because I had 30 days that day, and I was like, I want to be at City of Angels.
Right.
That's where I want to be. And I refused to sit in my house, and I drove down here illegally. But at least I was at a meeting. I wasn't out, so I thought it was good. But now at least I made it through without getting caught, and my car is legal. So
Awesome. That's awesome, man. So that was our story with Christine, and then all of a sudden, like I said, she had more important things to do, and forgot about us. So
I'm here tonight, right?
I know. Miss Amanda. What's up? I could come up and think of probably half a dozen different stories.
Oh, gosh.
But you've been around us the longest, I think. So I want you to see, you tell me the most funniest, weirdest story in our relationship.
Oh, gosh. That's a hard one. There's so many. It's inappropriate for the radio.
What?
I can't. Let's see. You wanted to kick my ass a couple times. I know that.
More than once, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
I brought you change back today.
Yes.
Look at that.
What was funny is I was in here I was with the family, and Amanda went to pick up Colleen for me. And so I asked her to stop and get me a coffee and a bottle of water. And so I just pulled the money out of my pocket and I handed it to her. And she comes back, knocks on the door, and gives me a coffee and a bottle of water. And she goes, "Oh, here." And she hands me the change, and I went, "Wow, that's the first time." Usually I give you kids change. Send you the store gets. I don't never get change back.
That's the difference in me. I would have kept it before. I would have known.
But with Amanda, she didn't actually give me much of a chance to come up with a story, because with Amanda, her and her mom would come in. We'd send her to treatment. She'd come back. I'd see her once or twice maybe, and then poof, she was gone again. This time, I see a big difference because the biggest thing is Amanda's concentrating 100% on herself. And yes, there was a few times of wanting to whip her ass, and there was a few times. But see, again, and what we're getting ready to get into with my change in the last month because of our next young lady is I remember I can't control you guys. I can't. I'd rather just be there and tell you, say, look, I personally think you're messing up. I personally think you're making a mistake. I personally don't agree with it. But I'm here for you no matter what, So Amanda never gave me a chance until now because our relationship has grown tremendously this time. But like I said, she would come into my office with her mom. I would send her to treatment. She'd come home. I'd see her once, maybe twice, and then boop, she just disappeared.
I'm back for good.
Oh, I hope so.
You're going to see this face.
And I'm proud to see all of you guys, for sure. Miss Jacqueline. She said she was absolutely right. The night that they brought her to City of Angels, I remember them coming up to me and saying, look, this is, I want to introduce you to somebody, but you don't want to talk. And first thing in my mind was, I thought, great, I love them type. I really like the type that don't want to talk to me. But when I met her, you could tell. I seen it in her eyes that, it wasn't that she was scared or it was a fear type. It was she plain and simple did not want to be there. She wasn't ready. She didn't want to get clean. She said it at the beginning of the story, and I actually seen it in her face. So all I did was we introduced ourselves. That was pretty much the extent of it. The thing that this young lady has showed me, and so many other kids went through the exact same thing, where I would sit there and be pissed off and mad because I didn't agree what was going on. And I'm not even going to get in detail because that's nobody's business, but her process of going to detox and treatment and all that completely was, at the time for me, was wrong. And I was pissed off. But what this young lady, what the first sign of respect that I had for this young lady is I was talking to a couple people about the situation. And what happened is the people were talking, she got back to her. And she put me right on the spot. And she goes, why are you putting my business out on the street? I'm looking at him. First in my mind, I'll be honest, I said, who the hell does this little bitch think she is telling me that? And I'm being honest, that's what I thought. But she looked at me and she goes, why? And I said, well, honestly, honey, this is what happened. And this is what was said. But see, that right there showed me something to begin with, but I didn't see it because I was still pissed off and thought because she didn't do it the way I knew would work for her, that this wasn't going to work for her. You know what? And in the last month or whatever it's been, 3 weeks, whatever it's been, she has showed me that, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, And I had to humble myself and say, look, and there's been another situation that I won't even get into, that she came to me and was honest, and I looked at her and said, look, I don't agree with it, but I'm here for you no matter what. So the story with her is going to be seeing her the night that she didn't want to say nothing to nobody, that she had all these people crowding up around her, that she did not want to be here, and she did not at that time want to get clean. To see her, to go from seeing her for a few days before she went to detox, and then seeing her back before I thought that she should be back or not, and then going to an episode at the first recovery house, the sober house she was at, and then calling and saying this is what happened, and me in my head judging again, thinking, okay, that can't be true. You don't just, and then of course we found out that she was telling the 100% truth, and she moved into a different sober house, and I just watched her, and she's been committed 100% on helping people. I'll sit and tell her to be careful because it ain't all about helping, but her program. And I have watched this young lady blossom into what she is today, where now you can't actually shut her up, but but I want to thank you personally. And maybe it was just my time where God was telling me, dude, it's time to change, and it's time to remember that these kids got to find their own path. Sometimes I feel like I can grab you by the seat of the pants and the back of the shirt and throw you in that direction, and I can't do that. You guys have to find it the same way I found it, and your sponsors found it, and people before us found it. You're going to have to fall, skin your knees up a little bit, get back up, and keep moving. And I say every one of you, I'm not going to agree with everything you do, but I'm always here. And City of Angels is always here. You know, so I'm so glad that we didn't judge each other. I mean, we didn't go by what each of us judged each other as, because I know you didn't like me at the beginning. And
She was so intimidated that night. Remember, we were trying to get her to stay at our house.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And she would not come
Nah.
and stay the night.
But you know, the cool thing about it though is what each one of you are at different levels of your recovery. And that's why I think it worked out for the best, because it was only supposed to going to be, only ones I could find in short notice, or when I come up with this topic, was Jacqueline and Colleen. And then everybody else, God just kind of throws everything. So it's so cool to have each one of you at a different level of recovery, you know, and Colleen's getting ready to hit, you know, what Jacqueline went through and what Amanda went through and what Christine went through. And you guys are getting ready to hit a part of your journey that people in front of you have went through. And what's so cool is being able to enjoy life now and have fun.
Just keep pushing.
And not looking over your shoulder, you know, and finding out what it's like to actually have clean and sober fun.
Yep.
Life
You
is
know?
awesome clean.
It is.
We have so much fun. I laugh so hard from the stomach, and my cheekbones hurt. Like
It's
it's
happiness.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
true happiness. It's not like, I feel like when you're using, you have to almost put a front on, because for people who don't know that you're using, and you're kind of masking it and trying to laugh, and but being clean, it's true. It's real happiness, and it's a good feeling.
We got to
definitely.
start loving ourselves.
Absolutely.
I was never this happy. Even before
I
I
agree.
picked
That's
up
how
the
I
first
am.
time, I've never felt so comfortable and so happy. It's crazy.
That's exactly where I'm at right now.
Yeah, before
Good
I would be
feeling.
worried about what everyone thought of me, and I'm at the point now where I'm happy with myself. I don't care what you think about me.
Well, actually, in the beginning of my recovery, I kind of wanted to keep it a secret. I was almost embarrassed. But now, I'm at the point where I'm just I'll put something on Facebook, and I don't give a shit, because you know what? I made it through that. I'm not that person anymore. I'm where I'm at, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at.
All right. Next question. Where's your belief in a higher power, Colleen? And how important it is to recovery?
I think it's very important because, I heard at the meeting the other night, a girl said, before I get up, I put God on. And I thought that was so cool.
All right.
I still struggle. I think because I'm newly sober, I still struggle with that. But I know that I definitely have a God in my life, because I shouldn't be here. He really did save me a lot. And my godmother used to tell me all the time, never give up. Never give up. And thank God I never did, and I kept coming back, and hopefully I'll stay this time, because the only thing that this addiction wants from me is death, or to live miserably the rest of my life. Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Jacqueline, same question. Your belief in a higher power and how important it is to your recovery.
Well, every morning I wake up, I listen to Christian music, and that starts off my day calm, collected. It keeps me calm, and I don't have shame in it. When all my girls are in the car, I'll blast that shit. It's awesome, and I jam out to it, and that in the morning, that's my sanity. Okay. And when I'm having a rough time, I put that on, and it calms me down. If I listen to Lil Wayne while I'm driving, I'm doing 130 down 195. If I listen to Chris Tomlin, who's my favorite artist, I'm calm. I just breathe, and it gets me through so much. That's my meditation. And I talk to God all day, and it's my God, a God of my understanding. I created it myself. And because for a long time, they talk about God in the program, and I'd be this God thing, really? It's not, I don't even know who that guy is. But now I just talk to him, and he puts the greatest people in my life, and he throws obstacles at me, and because I know he's testing me, and I just get over the hurdles, and I talk to him, I listen to my music, and it helps. It keeps me sane. It keeps me leveled. And
awesome. Yeah. I didn't even know that, sweetie. That is so cool. That really is. Amanda, same thing.
Well, I believe that everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why I'm here today. There's a reason why the people that are in my life are here today. My God and my understanding, I struggled with it for a little while. I did come up in a church, and I always thought like that had to be my God, but it's my God and my understanding.
Absolutely.
I thank God every night that I made it through another day being sober. I wake up thanking God that I wake up, and I know I'm a miracle. Like, this is life or death, and I'm so grateful that I'm here and you don't have to wake up sick. And my God, like Jacqueline said, I talk to him all day long. And I look at things like he does put people in my life for a reason. He puts the obstacles, and there's even the drama. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why I'm sitting here with you right now and talking on the radio, because this is going to hit someone and hopefully change someone's life. But my God and my understanding, like, it doesn't have to be, it could be anything.
Right.
And I'm so grateful that I'm here today, and he's put me here for a reason.
Amen. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Little princess.
Yeah, like what Amanda said, that, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean church. You know, you can talk to God any hour, any minute, any second of the day. And, like, all my life I kind of struggled with that. Like, I used to go to, you know, CCD. I received communion. I'm Catholic. I've received all my sacraments and everything. But I always growing up, like, felt like, you know, how could there be a God if, you know, I lost my mom when I was 4 years old. I lost my little brother when I was 6. I've gone through so much, like, loss and hurt and stuff with my dad's addiction and stuff. I always felt like, well, if there was a God, he wouldn't do this. And like Amanda said, everything happens for a reason. And with getting clean, I see that reason. Like, you know, it's like, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for God and the person that he made me, you know. And I do find myself praying a lot. I do find myself being grateful, and I do find myself thankful that I'm at where I'm at, because without it, you know, when I was using, I didn't even think of God. Or, you know, I would, you know, here and there and be like, you know, ashamed of myself or whatever, but I would ask God for things. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, I want this, or, oh, God, get me that. Now it's more like, thank you, God. Yep. You know, it's not about like material things, or, you know, I'm actually finding myself like praying for other people now. It's not about what it was about. You know, it's just, it's a different meaning to me now.
Absolutely. Wow. And that's, each one of you had just a whole different, oh, another call. Hold on. Hello, you're on the air with Redneck.
Hey, Redneck.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. This is Jacqueline's sponsor.
So you really do have a sponsor.
I just wanted to say how very proud of her I am.
Wow. See, I didn't believe her. I didn't believe she actually had a sponsor. I'm only joking.
You didn't?
What's that?
I said, oh, you didn't? You didn't
No, I'm only
believe her?
joking. I'm only joking, honey. Nah, she's an awesome young lady, ain't she?
Yeah, she's come a long way. She's a little stubborn, but she's working on it.
Absolutely. But could you do me a favor and help me with this one?
Sure. What would you like me to do? I got a hammer.
Well, that won't even work. That won't even faze her. Talk to her barber.
Do what?
Talk to her barber. I'm only joking.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm so good. You know, one thing I got to tell you is thank you so much, because, I mean, this is like a group effort, and it takes everybody involved in each one of these people's life. And sponsorship to me is by far one of the most important things in recovery. And if you don't have the sponsor, and for those of you out there that don't have a sponsor, man, there's a reason why we tell you to get it. So, I mean, my hat's off to you, sweetheart. Not only that, you got a hell of a job on your hands for sure, too.
Yeah.
She helps me every day, and without
Cool.
her, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because she guides me and she helps me in
Good.
whatever I need, and it's awesome.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Well, no, I definitely appreciate it, man, and just keep up the good work with our girl here.
All right. No problem, guys. Have a good night.
Love
All
you.
right, God bless you. Thanks for calling in.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Now, how come you guys, your sponsors didn't call? Oh, never mind. You guys don't have one.
I have a
I know,
sponsor.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I didn't know I was going to be here tonight.
Well. Real quick, we got about 5 or 6 minutes left. I don't like progressing into the future because right now you live just for today. But the next 6 months to a year, where do you guys see yourself at, honestly? Christina. And please don't say living in a mansion.
Well, of course. But, no, I'm kidding. I definitely see myself still sober. I really do. I mean, I know you say, everybody says take it one day at a time, but where I'm at and the happiness in my life right now, I don't ever want to go back to that. So definitely see myself still sober and hopefully in a better place than I'm even at now. And, I don't know if I want to say this over the radio, but possibly, officially living with my boyfriend.
No,
because
that
we're
ain't-
in
that
a
ain't
good.
gonna happen.
We
That ain't
pretty
gonna
much
happen.
are. We pretty much are already.
All
But
right.
no, we're just in a really good place. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I don't know. I definitely, actually, I'm going back to school in September, so hopefully, in between then, I want to be back in school and graduated. I'm actually going for cardio tech, and they job place you, and there's an internship, so I'm really excited about that. And something I always wanted to do is be in the medical field, so that's something to look forward to.
All right, Miss Amanda. And don't say living with your boyfriend.
No boyfriend.
All right,
No
good
boyfriend.
deal. Good girl.
I'm focusing on myself. I'm happy by myself. I haven't been by myself in a long time. But definitely, hopefully, be more involved in my daughter's life, whether I'm home or not.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's what I'm living for. I got about a year left to get my bachelor's. I hopefully get that. I do have my associates, and going back to work for the state. So I have a good job coming towards me again.
All right.
I'm happy. I'm so happy with myself.
Nice.
Yep.
Miss Jacqueline. Wow, hold that thought. Hello, you're on the air with Redneck.
Hello, is this Red?
Yep, this is Red.
Hi, Red. This is Randy.
There you go. There's your opportunity, Red.
Are you the boyfriend?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
I'm the boyfriend.
Good luck with
Well,
this.
I'm gonna give you a fair chance, but see, I don't know if I want to get in this discussion. I like to do these discussions like face to face, though.
Don't do it, Ellen. Just bust his chops a little.
I'm not doing it. Don't tell me what I can
You
say.
scare me, Red.
You're not.
You
Don't tell
scare
me what
me.
I can say. No. I'm a teddy bear, but I do care about my girls. Seriously, do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see the excitement in her eyes and how she lights up when she talks about you. So I'll give her
Yeah.
that much. I really do. So, and she just have I met him?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. You've been up here with so many guys. I don't
Oh,
know.
no. Oh, you're an ass. Don't even, so you're going to start a fight when I get home.
No, dude, I do remember
He's the
you, but
only
I
guy
just,
that I brought here.
I make a lot of jokes, but I do care about all these.
Yeah,
all
I
these
really just want to thank you guys for what you've done for her and everything. You guys have done a lot, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't know the same Christina that I knew before.
Absolutely.
Aw.
Oh man, you're making me sick. I gotta go I'm gonna have to go take a dump after I'm done here. No, my man, I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better. And we make a lot of jokes, but I do care a lot about my kids, sometimes too much. But so don't never
Definitely, you should.
never take nothing to offense.
Definitely.
But definitely take care of her though.
Absolutely, you know it.
Oh, that's so sweet. I do. Now I got an upset stomach. I really do.
Hey, babe.
I hate this love shit.
Oh, man.
All right, my man. I
Wait,
appreciate
babe,
yeah,
you
go
got to
ahead.
tell him. See, tell Red, you're my witness. How good do I cook?
Awful.
What's with
Notice-
the
hold on.
silence?
There was pausing, so
Dude.
you're screwed.
No, I cook for him every night.
But
She's a very good cook. Amazing.
I don't
She
believe
made,
I don't believe nothing you say.
Quesadillas and fajitas phenomenal.
You might as well just
Oh,
shut up
that's
now because there's nothing you're going to make me believe that because she got you. Of course you're going to say everything she tells
Not
you to.
even.
I'll wait and see when I can eat something that she cooks.
All right, absolutely. You're on, Red.
She's got to bring something in.
All right. My man, I appreciate you calling in though, but I'm really glad that
Thank
you're
you.
a part of this, so, most definitely. But we're still going to have that little.
Once I'm settled in more, I'm going to stop down more often.
Absolutely, man, because we're still going to sit down and have that little heart-to-heart talk.
Definitely.
All right, brother. Be careful. Okay. Thanks for calling in. God bless.
Bye, Dave.
No problem. You too. Bye-bye. Bye, Dave.
Oh, my God. This shit makes me sick. Why did So, Miss Jacqueline, what's your plan? What for the next 6 months to a year for you? Where do you want to be at?
I want to save the world. I want to make a difference. I want to be someone that people want to go for help to. And I want to work for City of Angels. And for the women, I want them to have someone who can help them in early recovery. And like, I just want to make a difference.
What about for yourself? What about for you?
I want to go back to school.
Okay.
There you go. I want to be a nurse, so that's what I just want to help people.
Awesome. And you know, you got that. You've already, unbelievable. As little bit of time as you've been doing, you've helped so many people. And again, I'm going to keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it as you've showed. I've learned so much from you. And this is why it's a good, perfect example about judging people or getting the wrong impression, because if we went with that, then I would never got a chance to know this young lady, because I'm telling you, neither one of us really liked each other. It's not that I didn't like her. It's I didn't agree with everything, and a lot of time that blinds me.
And I didn't like him.
Yeah, that's okay. But you know what? I'm also willing to change. I'm also willing to admit when I'm wrong. So I know we're running out of time. So Colleen, your same question. The next 6 months
you gave me too much time to think about it. Probably I would see me just still sticking with the program and being honest about everything in my life, and speaking up and just being true to myself and learning really to love myself, because I never give myself enough time.
All right.
And finishing my OPA program and doing the work this time, really getting in AA and doing the work, because I never truly did that.
Well, now you ain't got no choice.
Yeah. Sure.
So I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each one of you young ladies for not only doing the show, but just being a part of my life, and for giving the recovery a chance, and for becoming the beautiful young ladies that you guys are supposed to be and deserve to be. For those of you that are our kids now, that are moms now, for being that mother you deserve. For the future mothers and the wives that you guys deserve to be. You know what? And just take this and ride it, because it's such an awesome ride. What's so cool about recovery, it's a constant change, and it's a constant growth. And, you know, if you get to the point where you think you've learned everything, you better back up and go back, because you'll never stop learning. I mean, when I can sit here and look at a young lady like Jacqueline, and each one of you, but specifically in this case like Jacqueline, I learned so much from her in the last, few weeks, that it's a humbling experience. And then to thank her for opening my eyes up. I know what's best for me. I got to remember that I might think I know what's best for you guys. I know what I can do to help guide you, but I cannot make you recover. And I don't know what's best for every single, you guys are going to, look, I made so many mistakes, and I make more mistakes in recovery than I believe I made when I was using, because I didn't do much when I was using except getting high. Now I know better, and I'm still making mistakes, but it's definitely a humbling experience when I can sit here and say, look, I'm still learning, So I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life, and I'm looking so much forward to seeing each one of you grow and blossom more.
Thank you.
But the boyfriend thing's I still got a problem with that. So.
Oh, man.
So I just want to tell everyone out there listening to thank you for listening. I want to thank all the volunteers for City of Angels. I want to thank City of Angels not only for being a part of saving so many people's life, but actually in a different situation in my life, for saving my life and giving me something to be a part of. Again, recovery is so awesome. Go onto our website for cityofangelsnj.org. Any other shows you want to watch, past shows. And I just want to say good night, God bless, and we will talk to you next week.